Hey, man, look at that side view. You been working out? Are we on? Is that? Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, Nick disappeared. Hey, turn sideways again there, Orson Welles. Look at that. Is that a moon? Hey, welcome to the seventh edition. My thumb's in my eye way here. The seventh edition of the Sons of Barb here on this Thursday, April 7th. How about that? The seventh edition. Justin, we're here together. Now, if the surroundings look a little different, that's because he talk about the life change you just had the last week.
Yeah, I just moved. I moved out of an apartment where a bunch of crooks were there raising the rent up all the time. So
yes, yeah, we're not going to mention
Deacon Melissa.
To Deacon Melissa, did you ask them or did you just show up at the doorstep?
I don't even know if they know I'm here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they will. By the time we're done with this, they'll know. What are you doing? Moving around? Sit down. We got a podcast.
I'm trying to get all my stuff together here, man. Does this look okay in the back?
But no, your face is in the middle of it. It can never be okay if that's the case.
I don't know what's happening here. This thing is all. I'm trying to get it situated. You know.
Well, I don't. Well, go. Maybe you need to go on the other side and check something. Maybe it's kind of off centered a little bit. That's a bright light. That's a bright light beside you over there too. I know moving can be a pain.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm trying to check all this out. It's
Are you all right, man? Hey. Oh, did you stick the landing?
Oh man, that was
hey,
that was rough there.
Are you on your blood pressure medicine? You dizzy or something? You can't stay up very long. Yeah. How's that? There. Hey, it's still awful bright on the other side of your head, though. How you doing? What was that bottle at the floor there? Was that that's not your bathroom bottle, is it? Hello? Dead air is bad for a podcast, man. Yeah. How we doing?
There we go. I'm back, boys.
What's that bottle in the floor?
What happened, man?
I didn't expect it. I don't know. You toppled over like a weevil. I thought weevils just wobbled.
Yeah, am I looking better? Is it okay now?
You know better than that.
Okay. Here we go.
Man. Yeah.
Here we go. Is this better? I'm good now.
Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself?
No, I think I'm all right, man. I think I'm good.
Well, I don't know about the all right thing in there, but yeah. Hey, so you're living with Deacon Melissa now because they jacked your rent up. Was it $80 a month? Yeah.
About 100, 180, 100, something like that. And then I got mad, talked to them, and then they were, but we'll knock it down to $50. I'm like, how about you just leave it alone to what it was? Because you guys just came in and you're just going to move up the rent. I said, no. And then they want me to sign a year lease. So I'm like, no, will not happen. It's if you won't live here month to month, I'm leaving. So here we are. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Enter our older brother and his dear wife, who've been married. How long have they been married?
86, 9. Carry the one. I don't know.
Don't fall over again. Well,
16, 30, 36 years. 36 years in May.
It'll 36 years in May. Because
1986.
Yeah, they got married the day before I graduated high school.
Yeah, they got married the day after I was in kindergarten, man. My last day of kindergarten. I remember
and the day before I graduated. So what a bookend that was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what
36 years. Well, anyway, that poor Melissa deserves a Purple Heart. I mean, think about it.
It's like 3 Purple Hearts.
Yeah.
Put up a D.
What was she thinking? You think?
I don't know.
You remember in the Bible when what's his name? Had to marry Gomer? Hagar? Not Hagar. Who was it? Had to marry Gomer?
Well,
You know,
first of all,
like,
when you said in the Bible and then what's his name, you're really read up on that, Brian. It sounds good.
I know, right? That's kind of bad, isn't it? Because I drew a blank. Because I've been out of high school for 36 years, man. Give me a break. You think that's what God told Melissa? Said, look, this poor hound, he's sad. You got to
Yeah.
help him out. So she married him,
Yeah.
I guess. Dude, the camera is fine.
Hey, man, don't be, you worry about your stuff. I'll mess with mine. You got that?
Do you see mine moving? Mine's stationary once. I might be late to the party, but I don't move around like I got to go to the bathroom.
Late. Me and Nick talked for 40 minutes before you were on today, Brian. We could have had 2 podcasts done by the time you came on, man.
I think we need to add young Nick to the party.
Yes. That's what I told him. I told him the same thing.
If people could only see the pre-pod discussion that we had with him,
it's even better. It's better than the podcast, I think.
Yeah,
you know
I think so too. That's a cast of it. That's going to be our spinoff. It's before the pod, the pre-pod.
Yeah.
Pre-pod.
We'll be pioneers. Pioneers, you know. Who else does that?
Nobody. We gotta do something new. I mean, when everybody has podcasts. Newborn babies.
There is, Brian. Like before, like years, like what, maybe 8-10 years ago, nobody knew what a podcast was. Now everybody and their brother has a podcast. If we have one, you know what I'm saying?
Some idiot in a treehouse with a coffee can and a string has one.
Yeah,
you and I are on here. You know,
everybody has a podcast, man. There's millions of them. There's millions of them.
What is the biggest industry that's got more podcasts than anything, do you think? Probably wrestlers. Every wrestler in the world has a podcast.
There is, but you might think that, but it's like everything. If you look on like Spotify and all that stuff, there's a podcast for anything, man. Everything. You know what I mean?
How about one, how not to burp on your podcast? That's a podcast right there. Hey, all you gotta do is go on to any of the ones that you look on, any of the handlers, and type a name in. And I don't care. You can type in Mickey Mouse. There'd be a Walt Disney podcast.
Yeah, there would be.
Yeah,
there would.
Speaking of, I said a newborn baby might have a podcast. We have grown by one.
Yes.
Have we not? Emerson K.
St. Patrick's Day.
A St. Patty's baby. Emerson K. Copeland. Jake and Rebecca's little girl. Yay. Yes. Hey, maybe we can get a pic put up of her right here in the post-production pod when we talk about it. What was she, 12 pounds?
Oh, close. She was 9. 9 pounds.
9. You were 12 pounds. 12 or 14.
No, I was 8 pounds, man. I was 8.
Dude,
I was 8 pounds.
Your head.
But she was a 9-pound baby. She grows every day. I mean, she doesn't look like a newborn. She's growing like a weed.
I love the pictures I've seen on Facebook, and I'm getting.
And you know how some, like, honestly, not just because she's my niece, but some newborns, they're not the cutest. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest. Yeah, but I mean, Emmy really is, like, she is adorable. You know what I mean? Yeah. She really is. She is a sweetheart.
Stop and think about it. If you spent 9 months in a bag of water, what are you going to look like?
Yeah, I know. But she turned out fine.
She did. You know? They're all wrinkly and nothing works right, a little thing. But I saw the first picture they put up of her. She was laying there. She just looked like all you want to do is just kiss her face. Yeah.
Oh, man, she's going to be spoiled rotten, man. Spoiled rotten.
Going to be. I bet she already is.
Yeah. Yeah, every time she walked around, man. Deke and Jake will walk her around and stuff at night when she needs to sleep. She'll cry if they don't. So yeah, she already spoiled, man. And 2 weeks old.
Deke is a grandpa times 2 now. So yeah, all we need now is Luke and Shy to. All I'm saying, it's on them now. They're up on the draft clock, 3rd round pick. Here we go.
Yep, the clock is ticking.
That's right. You hear that? The clock is ticking over there. Let's go. Hey, speaking of Shy, soon in the next couple of podcasts, we're hoping to have her dietary and health and fitness. We have a different view of fitness probably than she does, but she'll be on. Right? We got to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I told her. I told her about it, and she said, yeah, she would do it. So.
Well, she needs to, Cheyenne. This is your personal invitation. Jump on here with us. We'll get that taken care of. Hey, We need to thank everybody. This is our 7th episode, and it seems like it's just yesterday when we started with not knowing what we were going to do. Coach Tyndall, last time we missed a week in between with a lot of activity going on, but Coach Tyndall, can't thank him enough for being on with us 2 weeks ago. He, what are you looking at? What's more important than me talking right now?
The Cavs and Magic's on right now. I'm checking it out. Hope the Cavs got to win this game right here. You know what I'm saying?
What's the score?
They're losing 79-76 right now.
They're losing to Orlando.
Yeah, they got to step it up here.
What do they have to do to make the playoffs?
See, I'm not really sure, but I think they've already clinched a berth into one of the play-in games. Like, I think that's dumb how they have those play-in games. You know what I mean? That's it. It's just you're fighting for a 7th or 8th seed. You're gonna get knocked out in the first round anyways, pretty much. You know.
And those are just one game at a time, right?
Yeah, they are. So what's the point? I don't. They're just trying to. It all comes down to money, making more money, having more games. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. What's 2 more games going to do?
Nothing. It's going to do nothing.
And so the 7th and 8th is playing for the 7th seed, right?
And then the 9 and 10 play. The loser of that 7-8 game will play the winner of the 9-10, and they will be the 8th seed. You know what I mean? What are you doing? Saluting your imaginary friends? What's happening?
I am. I'm surrounded by them right here, man. Hey, I'm at my place of business. My people love me, man. I bring them comfort.
Oh, okay.
Up here up front. I'm the first face they see when they walk in.
Oh man, they're in for a bad day. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it can't get any worse than this.
Day.
It's only up from here. So
yeah.
So they got to beat. So they only got like 3 games left, right? Well, this is airing on a Thursday.
Yeah, after this and 2 more games.
But stop and think. Who in the world thought this year they'd be talking about still being in the race this late?
Well, the injuries, if they haven't had all these injuries, man, they would have I think they'd be a higher seed, man, honestly.
Yeah. Well, they were
in a lot of injuries.
How long were they in the top 3 in the conference for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And then is Jared Allen still hurt?
Yeah, Allen's still hurt, but I don't know when he's supposed to come back. I don't know. I'm not sure if he'll be back for the playoffs or not.
Well, hey, whatever they do, hats off.
And Mobley got hurt too. So I mean, it's just everybody on their teams got hurt.
Boy, Mobley's been a surprise. I did not think he was going to be that good as he's been.
I knew he'd be good, but not this good. He should be the rookie of the year, to be honest. But I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if he will or not, but
I don't see anybody else. Who else you heard about that's been that good as he is? I don't think there's anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you change the subject here? What do you think about the Browns getting Deshaun Watson, Brian? What's your take on that? What do you think?
Well, it's just a quiet little backroom maneuver, not getting much press. You know, a nice little addition at quarterback. He's got some ability. Why do we keep doing stuff to make us a lightning rod?
Well, here, listen. This is what I got to say about that. When they thought that he was going to either the Falcons or the Saints, the media was like, "Oh man, he's going to be whatever team gets him, he's going to be a game changer, man. The team is going to be good for the next 10 to 15 years, man. It's going to be all." But then when he goes to the Browns, then they start dumping on him again. You know what I'm saying? That really did happen, honestly.
Yeah.
They didn't want him to be in Cleveland. Right. And so now all they talk about is this. I guarantee you, if he went to a different team, they would talk about it, but they wouldn't talk about it as much. They don't want him to be in Cleveland. And you got to say this for the guy. Yes, it looks bad. 22 different girls. But that does look terrible. I mean, why would the dude have 22 different massage therapists? That's strange. But you got to say, though, he's had 2 opportunities to be charged, and he hasn't been charged. So, I mean, who knows what to think? Who am I to judge the guy? I don't know what he did. Yep. Only him and those girls know, really. You know what I mean? Yep. So I have no idea. I don't know.
And I'm not even going to go on the other side and say all these women are just wanting money.
No,
maybe they are. I don't know that. I know the whole thing looks bad.
It does look bad, yes,
but really bad.
But he should. But he wasn't charged. Right. And you know they're looking for anything like that to charge if there's any possibility. So I don't know what to think, to be honest.
I don't either.
I know the dude's better. He's better than Baker Mayfield. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that. To be
absolutely.
me myself, I don't like Baker. He's cocky. He in his own mind, he's the greatest. Look how many teams won him. If they wanted him bad enough, they'd trade for him, not wait for him to be released. They'd be like, man, we need to get this guy now.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere, man. He's not that good. He really isn't.
I
He's
know
not.
I know he was hurt, and I'm not a football player. I'm a football fan, obviously, but a torn labrum. I don't know how in the world you throw a football
No,
and do
I
anything.
mean,
Then he should have
it's
just
tough.
not went on the field.
Yes, he's a tough guy. Yes, sure. They won a playoff game with him, sure, but it wasn't just because of him. It was in spite of him.
Yeah,
To
yeah,
be honest,
yeah.
if you disagree with me, we'll fight. Let's fight.
I'm not going to fight because I don't disagree
You know
with
what I
you,
mean?
man. No, I think
So
I appreciate him. You can roll this thing all the way back to when he got drafted. They're like, oh, he got you a win. He wanted to come to Cleveland. He got drafted. He went where he was drafted. He didn't raise his hand and say, hello, would you pick me so I can come to your team? You don't pick
yeah,
where you're drafted unless you're Eli Manning or John Elway, obviously. But
yeah.
anybody else can. So he went there and he embraced it and got the first win in 2 years. That's all fine and dandy. He is not the second coming of Johnny Unitas. He is not.
No, he's not that good.
Him.
He's not that big. He's just not. I mean, I'm not saying he's horrid, but
No.
he's not as good as he thinks that he is. He thinks he's like one of the top 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. He's not, man. He's not that good. He really isn't.
No.
They won in spite of him, honestly. Now, Deshaun Watson, when he's good, he is one of the top 5 best quarterbacks. Like, that dude is good. Like,
check this out.
so I don't know
if I've already been proven to be wrong on some of my facts in the pre-pod, but I do know. I think I read yesterday that Watson, the last full year he had, he either led the league or was in the top 3 in passing yards for that year.
Yeah.
So he can throw and he can run.
Yeah.
He's mobile. And they're trying to get Brandon Cooks from Houston to add to Amari Cooper.
I don't want him, man. He ain't
Yeah.
that good. I don't care about Brandon Cooks. I want him to get Clowney back. That's what I want, man.
What's the state with that?
Clowney.
Yeah, why is he not back?
They're saying they're trying to get him back for 2 years for $12 million a year. That's what the offer is right now, I think. But I don't know what's happening. I don't know if he's waiting on other offers from teams, but I would take that. Hey, give me $1 million, man. I'll be the water boy.
I mean, 2 years, $12 million a year. Who else is knocking on his door?
Exactly.
And
I don't know, man.
You pair him with Garrett, another. I mean, hello.
Their defense was good last year, man.
Yeah, it was.
They should have made the playoffs, and the reason they didn't make the playoffs was Baker Mayfield. Believe me, how many game-winning drives has Baker Mayfield been on? Oh, that's right, none.
Right here. No. Hey, Case Keenum looked better. Didn't he go 2-0, or did he go 1-1 when he had it replaced?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, he only played 1 game, didn't he?
I thought he started 2 games.
Oh no, 2. Yeah, he won both games. Yeah.
Did he win both games?
Yeah.
With the same team. In fact, there was one game when he didn't have even Landry, let alone and didn't have Odell all year. So, other thing with that is,
but some people, it just drives me nuts how some people. Oh, well, I don't like the Browns anymore because Baker Mayfield not the starter and Bob. Well, who cares, man? It's a business. He is not that good. These guys didn't draft him. Andrew Berry and Stefanski did not draft Baker Mayfield. It was Dorsey. So you can't. That's not their quarterback. They have every right to move on from him if they want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the people that freak out over that and act like the world's going to end.
Well, they're trying to make a statement with the Watson stuff, which I get that.
It does look bad. It sure does look bad. But I mean,
it's your prerogative. But I have a picture of Mayfield here of the next team that he's going to.
Oh, you think that's where he's going? Yeah, Detroit.
I would love it. Hey, all my buds out there. I know my coworker Alfred watches our podcast. Alfred Lacrosse. I sent this to him and another guy here at work. Hey, shout out to Alfred, friend of the show. Dean, great dude. Appreciate him. Lions fan for life, and he, that's the only thing that can come close to being a Browns fan for life. But he said, hey, instead of Jared Goff, he would take him. So I'm telling you right now, Andrew Berry, pick up the phone and call Dan Campbell and say you can have Mayfield, and we'll throw in a large pizza every day for the rest of your life for free. Just take it. Because that's the whole Cleveland narrative. You're exactly right when you're talking about how everybody's mad about Watson going there and
Yeah.
they weren't anywhere else.
Yes.
I keep reading that they say because of Mayfield's massive salary that they can't get rid of him. Okay, it's 18 million. Yes, that's massive to me and you because we're everyday regular dudes. In the NFL scheme of things, that's not massive.
No, what's happening is the teams are waiting for them to cut him so they can
Yeah.
pick him up. That's what's happening. Nobody's
The
going to
Browns-
trade for him. They're not going to get. They actually thought they were going to get a first, second round pick for him. They should have known better than that. They're not going to get that.
The Falcons only got a third rounder from Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
And
and he's
yeah,
way better of a quarterback now, to this
Yeah.
day.
yeah, I would
So,
take him. I would take him in a heartbeat. So lots of drama still going on there. So hopefully, when did that ever? There's another theory that says they're thinking if Watson does get suspended, which I'm going to go on a record and say he doesn't. He might get
You don't think?
fined.
I
don't
think he's
think
going to
he's
get
suspended.
suspended for 6 to 8 games, to be honest.
Maybe I hope he
Because
does.
like Ben Roethlisberger, the dude,
Yeah.
2 different times was, I mean, whatever happened with him, blah blah blah. He still got suspended. So,
Yeah,
but then he
Elliott,
ended up being in Pittsburgh like worshipped by people. You know what I mean? Even though with that stuff happening.
Yeah, Ezekiel Elliott. Remember that? He didn't get charged
Yeah.
either, but he got a.
Yeah, he got suspended.
Whatever.
Watson's getting suspended. It was a matter of how many games. He will be suspended. Yes.
Well,
And that's why they picked up Jacoby Brissett, because he's going to be playing 6 to 8 games.
And he's a good hand. I'll go
Yeah.
with Brissett. He's not bad. You know,
No,
he's better.
because dude, they got 3. The Browns have 3 awesome running backs, man. Honestly, Chubb, Hunt, and
Oh, yeah.
Johnson. Johnson could be a starter on any team. You know,
Any team. And you got Chubb and you got Hunt. So which one of them, if you had to trade one of them to get help at wide receiver, would you trade?
I wouldn't want to trade any of them. I really
But
would,
you-
but I would definitely keep Chubb. I don't get rid of Chubb.
No.
If I had to get rid of one, I'd get rid of Hunt
Me too.
and keep Johnson and Chubb. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's what,
'Cause
because
You can't have
He's
3
a-
running backs
no, you can't. So, but I don't know, man. I don't
unless
know.
one gets hurt. But you can't. They're not going to want to. The Ernest is going to get tired of sitting around. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's a scenario that could play out. What if Watson? They keep Mayfield. Watson gets suspended. Let's even say for the year. Do you start Baker all year?
He won't play. He'll sit
Won't
out.
play?
He even said he's not going to play. But I mean,
Well,
who knows? Who knows? I don't know.
You don't think he
Good.
would have won a chance at redemption and say, I'm healthy and forget these guys. I'll take this opportunity to play for somebody to watch me for the next year. Play for your next contract.
I don't know. I don't think
I don't
he'd play. I don't think
Probably
he'll
not.
play.
I think the bottom line will happen with that before training camp. They end up having to just cut it. And that's
Yeah,
going to hurt.
that's what teams are waiting on. Yeah. They
They're
ain't
on the
getting
hook.
nothing for him.
No, you're not going to get a 7th round pick for him right now.
No.
Hey, what about the Tribe? Well, do they start this week, don't they?
Yeah, isn't it Thursday, Friday, something like that?
What did I just call them? See?
Oh, the
I
Tribe. That's the Guardians.
just can't get used to that, man.
I was going to say the Tribe. Who's that? You know what I mean?
I know. My family, my Tribe. What's this? What is this unadulterated vomit about Ramirez getting traded?
That better not happen. But
Well,
it probably will, because the Dolans are the cheapest owners known to man. They shouldn't be owners of a team.
No, they should not. And what
But
is
they
this
better
stuff?
not trade Ramirez. I mean, that'd be insane.
Well, Toronto.
But then they
is,
said they're trying to sign him to an extension, but then that fizzled out. So they better sign him to an extension. They better not get rid of him.
if they did that, why didn't they sign Francisco to one too? Then Frankie deserved one.
Yeah,
Keep him, right?
Well, I think they'll work it out. I don't think they're going to get rid of him because he's not asking for the money that Lindor was wanting.
He's
I
not.
mean, you know what I mean? No,
Yeah.
he ain't trying to get that.
I hope not, man. You can't lose him. You can't lose him.
No, he's the heart of the team, man.
No, right? I know. Hey, so what's your favorite thing about living with your brother?
Can I have a couple more hours to think about that? No, man, I like it here. It's awesome. I love it here. It's nice, man. Deke and Melissa are awesome to live with. Sheila's been here. It's been fun, man, to
Yeah.
have having the babies here, man, and Rebecca and Jake.
That's
See, because I
cool.
was at the other place, man, I was there by myself all the time. I'd go to work, come home, be by myself all the time. And here,
Yeah,
man, I'm always around people, man. It's fun. I like to
that's
be
cool.
here. So,
I'm glad
you
it
know what I
worked
mean?
out. I think sometimes, what Joseph said in the Bible, you meant this for evil, but God meant it for good. That new owner coming in and raising the rent actually was a blessing in disguise. Now you're in a good
Yeah.
spot. So
Yeah.
that's
I
good.
need to get out of there anyways, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Too many memories.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Hey, speaking of memories, you got a family story. We haven't told family stories for a couple of weeks. You got one?
oh, yeah. Oh, well, speaking of mom, man, I have to tell that when I was in the fifth grade, man, I was in the fifth grade. What's happened? The ceiling collapsing? Something happened?
It kind of looked like
Uh,
something was moving over there. I wasn't sure. Wait a minute. How many years were you in the fifth grade?
only three. I was only in there three.
Best 3 years
But
of your life.
but yeah, I remember, man. I ended up getting an F in math. Okay. So and back then, man, you had to get the report card, bring it home and get it signed by your parents, and then bring it back to the teacher. Man, I knew I was going to be dead. So what did I do? I hid it. I hid the report card. And what I did, I kept telling mom would keep asking me, so, son, you're supposed to be getting your report. Oh, I don't know, mom. We just haven't gotten them yet. And then I come back to the teacher, Justin, have you? I said, I don't know. I can't find the report card. I don't know. I forget who my teacher was when I was in fifth grade. I think Mrs. Bayston, something. And so I lied to both of them back and forth for night. But the thing that was bad, Clara, who mom worked for behind us, her granddaughter was in my grade. She said, well, she's gotten her report card. Why haven't you just? I don't know, mom. I haven't gotten it. So I did that for like 7 weeks, man. Hid it. Finally, one day I go to school and the teacher called, hey, Justin, come up here. Let me talk to you for a minute. She goes, I just got off the phone with your mother. And then right then, I wished I could have jumped out the window. As soon as she said, I just talked to your mother, I'm like, oh man, I'm dead. She goes, I know you've been lying about your report card and your mom is not happy. Yeah. So when you go home, you're in trouble. And you also get a week of detentions here. I'm like, oh, great. That sounds
Hey,
lovely. So like, can I live here? Can I just stay at school and not go home? So I knew, man, on my walk home, man, I took as long as possible. Mom was waiting for me at the door, standing there. And you know what I'm talking about. Mom was the sweetest woman on this earth. I'm the nice, but when she was mad at us, boy, she was mad. She was standing there waiting. And I did not, I would have rather went anywhere than home that day, man. Anywhere.
anyway.
When I got in there, I got whipped mercilessly. And then
Yeah.
she said, you wait till your dad gets home. Then I got it again. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But
Yeah.
hey, I hid that for 7 weeks, man.
That's
7.
almost an entire another grading period.
I know, man. I know. That's why they're so bad. Hey,
Whew.
I knew how to pull it off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you pulled it off all right. Oh yeah, you ought to be proud of yourself. But no one wants to hear. I just got off the phone with your mom.
No, especially your teacher.
No.
Like, no, man, at that moment, that was one of the worst moments of my life. My legs were like jello. I'm like, is the room spinning? I'm a little wobbly here. But yeah, man, that was definitely a bad day for old Justin Credible. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, it wasn't that incredible at that moment, was it? It was very credible, credible witness
But
at
then,
that point.
hey, but then the rest of the year, Daddy got B's in math. So hey, I brought my grades up and everything was fine.
You just admitted, you just admitted to lying as a fifth grader, and somehow you tried to get an award for pulling it up to a B. Daddy got a B. Yeah. Don't act like you suddenly became a student. You didn't want to get your hind end kicked again. That's
Yeah,
what it
that's
was.
exactly what it was. I didn't try. I only tried when you know what I mean. I could have
Listen,
done great at school, man. I just didn't try.
the threat of violence on your hind end from your mother is
Yeah.
enough to make anybody smart.
Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, hey, that reminds you're talking about grade cards. I did the same thing, only I didn't lie because I don't lie. Okay, that's for other people. But but the problem was I was in high school. I think we lived in Talmadge, right? Do you remember when we got the Atari? We had the
Yeah.
Atari in Talmadge. Yeah,
Oh yeah. I
Atari
remember.
kids. Anybody know what
Yeah.
Atari is? But
Atari was awesome back then, man.
Atari was it, man. You can go to any flea market or probably in the Smithsonian. They probably got one up there right now. But we got an Atari. We got it, and this was the reason it was so late into that. We would always get stuff. The way you play it is, it comes out brand new. Don't buy it when it's new. You wait till the new system comes out, and then you buy the other one. That's what we did. So we got it for like $99 or something in some games. Got the grade card though the same week that we or report card the same week we got the Atari, and I come down F in English, and I'm like, and
Oh,
I'm in
man.
eighth grade. I'm in eighth grade, I think. I was going to David Bacon Middle School there in Talmadge, and I'm like, well, this ain't gonna work because I'll never be able to play the Atari with the F. But instead of, and you got to, get it signed and all that stuff. Now that you were in Richmond, this was in Talmadge, but this is even earlier. So back in those days when you had to get it signed and bring it back. So I had it. That was on a Friday. I brought it home and I put it in my sock drawer. I folded it up and put it in there. And I thought, I'll just leave it in there for the weekend. And then I'll go to school Monday and come back and have mom sign it. So we're playing Atari all Friday. And mom, for some reason, never said anything about it. I don't know why. Because, man, I would hate to be, I love it now as a parent. I got an app on my phone. Anytime I want to, bibbity bobbity boop, I can look right on there and see my kid's grade up to the second. If I want to get up at 2:00 in the morning, get on it, hit it, I can see exactly where my kids stand at that moment. It is fabulous from this perspective. From a kid's perspective.
I'm glad that wasn't happening when I was in school,
Me too, man. No, I'm glad that stuff happened later. It's bad enough having it like that to take it and have them sign it, I stuck it in the drawer. And I played Atari all weekend. Even had friends over, different people come over. We're playing along, having a great time. Saturday go playing the whole thing all the time. Sunday, come home from church. I didn't realize mom was doing laundry. She's putting laundry up. Never even dawned on me.
Man.
I'm in the living room. Me and Deke are in there. I forget what game we were playing. She walks in. And did you ever just wish Jesus would come back? I see her coming through the kitchen through there, and something's telling me, this side of my neck started getting real tight. I looked over, Brian David, when she had her teeth clenched like that, she said your middle name. I'm like, yes. You have an F in English. I'm like, you don't say. She's like, put that down and come over here. I'm like, woo. It was a long time before I touched that joystick. I'll tell you that much right now. Because I got the joy slapped out of me right then. Yeah.
Was she mad that she found it and that you didn't give it to her?
No, she was quite happy. We had a party. We bought a cake and candles for that event. That was fantastic. Yes, she was mad. I've just now, I think last week, just got the feeling back in my back of my leg, man. It was bad.
Oh, man, that's terrible, man.
Oh, man. But hey, I got to record. I got it back that Monday, but I also got to watch Deke play a lot of Atari. That was not fun.
Atari used to be awesome, man. I used to love that when I was a kid.
I know that was
Atari and Nintendo now. The games that they have now are unbelievable. They look real. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, I don't understand how you can get any better than how they have it now without actually going in and playing it yourself, like being inside the TV.
Well, that's what's next. The virtual reality stuff. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's insane.
That's old technology now. I mean, that stuff, you put the ski mask thing on, and then you play and whatever, and you take that off. I don't know how you can do any better than that at all.
No,
I really don't.
I don't either.
No,
I don't either, man. I don't know.
And I tell this to my kids all the time. You look back on what we had, like Atari and 8-tracks and, Beta, the VCR, VHS tapes and all that stuff. Remember when everybody getting a VCR? Remember Greg and Sheila and Melissa and them were the first ones in the church to get a VCR. And so we would go over there on Friday nights and rent movies. Everybody would chip in and we'd rent movies and go to their house and watch them. That was like it. We're like, I can't believe this is in your house. We would go to their house and watch them all the time. And now our kids are like walking around their phones, watching whatever they want or as things happen. And we're looking back on that thinking how archaic that is. Can you imagine them looking back on what they have now when they grow up as what they have being archaic? That blows my mind.
Yeah.
Where's the end to all this,
It's unbelievable. You could look up absolutely anything and watch it to answer to anything. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's unbelievable, man.
I'm not saying I hate it. You know, it's
No.
good. We all benefit from it.
But there's
Look
good
right
and
here.
bad. Yeah.
Look what we're doing
yeah,
right here. You know,
Yeah. We're
I'm looking at
entertaining
your ugly mug.
millions right here. You know what I'm saying?
At least a dozen,
Yeah.
hopefully. You know, all
Hey.
13 of you.
Maybe we'll get 14 views this time. Yeah.
One can only hope. Speaking of views, we have yet to honor Sarah Wyatt, our #1 fan. She's the first
Yes.
one to get a fan badge. She got it like in the first 2 weeks of the podcast.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yes.
Yes. I think in honor of that, she should be on a podcast with us sometime.
Yeah. I think she would love that.
Yeah. Don't you think?
Honestly, I think she would honestly hate that, but we can try to get her on, you know. That'd be
I
fun.
think if I can dangle a carrot in front of her, we can get her on here and have her talk about her mom. There's a lot of material right there. Yeah.
There we go.
Lisa.
That'd be fun. Yes.
Lisa. Yeah. About
That'd
her,
be good.
you know, how mean she is and her police record and all that kind of stuff on there. Yeah. What's up, Lisa? Me and her have a great relationship back and forth. It's almost like Sanford and Esther, you know.
Yeah.
I call her names and she calls me names. But yeah, Sarah, way to go. Thank you very much. And to show our appreciation, we'll probably give you a shirt. Where are our shirts at, Justin? I thought we had some shirts coming.
Well, I know. I know I gave somebody a check. I don't know what's his name. And then it's been like a month. I still haven't received a shirt. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Apparently Walmart had a little bit more of a pull on you than the shirt did in that sense. But yeah. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, we have a new national champion in college basketball as of this week. Did you watch that game, Kansas and Carolina?
I had to go to work, so I missed half the game, man.
I set you up for that, didn't I? Every time,
Yeah.
every 10 minutes, I got to go to work. Yeah. How do you still work?
I had to go to work, man. I don't have time to sit around and watch sports. You know what I mean?
You got time to sit around and talk about work?
But yeah, I knew Kansas was going to win that game, man. Even though they was down, they're just way better than North Carolina was, man.
Well, it didn't look like it at halftime. What were they down by? 15, probably.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, Reagan picked Kansas in the bracket to begin with. She had it in her bracket.
Are you serious? At the very beginning, she picked Kansas. At the very beginning.
Yep. They did.
Who did she pick for them to play in the finals?
No, that's a good question. I don't remember that. I don't know. But she came.
I think second. I picked Gonzaga and Tennessee to be in the finals. Like an idiot. I'm never picking Gonzaga again. Never. Never, man. They don't play. The reason they're always #1 is because they play like Division 5 schools is what it is. You know what I mean? They don't play anybody. That's why, honestly. And then they go in the tournament and lose. It happens every year, man. Every year. Oh, sorry about that.
Every year. The man is giving us a hernia. Yeah, last year Baylor wiped the court with them by the time they got. I'm surprised they got that far last year in the title game. You know.
Yeah.
And this year,
I know, man.
I had them exiting early. I had Arizona, and I forget who I had, but in our bracket thing that we did on the ESPN app thing, I cashed out by the Sweet 16. I didn't hardly have anything right. It was a tournament that was upside down. You know.
Yeah, well, that happens every year, though. I don't know why everybody always picks the highest seed every time, because that never works out that way. I mean, #1 seed won, but there's always upsets, and people always forget that and never pick an upset. You know what I mean? That's
Who would
the
have
problem.
thought St. Peter's would have beat Kentucky?
You always want to pick the 12-5 upset. That happens every year. Out of the 4 games, at least 2 of them always upset the 5 seed, the 12 and 5 seed. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, that was Ohio State and Oral Roberts last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
How horrible that was. But then this year, St. Peter. But they turned out to not be a fluke. They go along and then they beat Murray and they beat Purdue.
They're good.
So,
they're a good team, man.
Yeah.
They're good.
It got their coach a brand new gig at Seton Hall. So this brings up to my question to you. People are giving that one kid on St. Peter. He looked like a band teacher with the bad mustache. He looked like what's his name? Napoleon Dynamite. That's what he looked like. But whatever.
I love that movie, man. I love that movie.
One of the all-time classics. He hit the transfer portal today. Well, everybody's giving him a hard time. His coach bailed on him. His coach took the tournament. to better
Yeah.
himself. Why can't a player take a tournament run and better
Exactly.
himself too?
I would too, man. You know what I mean?
I would. I
I
sure
would
would.
too, man.
Yeah, we got that. Baseball. What else? Is that it? Are we done?
Yeah, that's it, man.
I
I
think
think
we're
that's
done.
it.
It's been a
Yeah,
good
I
week.
think
We
we're
got a
done, man.
baby. We got
Yes, it's the
Guardian.
sweetest baby. You gotta come see her, man. She is the sweetest thing, man. She is adorable.
Yeah, I'm a little irritated. Everybody and their grandma has pictures holding her except me.
I know. That's what I
Okay.
said, man. I said that there's been more posts about her than anybody ever, you know.
Yeah.
But she is the sweetest, man. She will put a smile on your face immediately every time, man.
Well, that's beautiful. Of course she will. She's a sweetheart because Rebecca and Jake are sweet. So, that's cool. Even though that picture I saw you holding her, she's asleep. The best that the child keeps her eyes closed when she's around Uncle Jay. That's for
Hey,
sure.
there's another one where she's awake looking at me. You didn't see that
Crying?
one?
No, was she
No,
crying?
she's not crying
Probably.
at all. Definitely not crying.
Yeah. Wait till Uncle Ryan comes. It'll all be
Yeah.
over. That'll be the end of
Yeah.
it. She'll be like, I don't need anybody else around me. Somebody needs to name their child Brianna. That's all I'm saying.
Brianna, why? What's up with that name? Why you like that name?
There's got to be, I need proof that I was on this earth, man. And somebody needs to duplicate the name somewhere along the way.
If I ever have a boy, his name will be Emmett. I like that name,
I
Emmett.
like that name. Yep.
After Emmett
Emmett's a cool
Smith,
name.
man, the best running back ever, Emmett Smith. You know what I mean?
That came kind of out of left field. You got something to announce? You got a betrothed?
No, absolutely
Somewhere
not.
walking around looking
I'm not announcing anything. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you've been
I'm
on
just
Tinder.
saying.
You've been on Tinder lately, or what's the deal here, man?
I'm just saying.
What's that profile pic look like? Hi, I'm Justin. Big
No, man.
knot ball hanging out.
I just like that name, Emmett, man. That's a cool name, man.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I
man,
mean?
we don't all of a sudden just, if I ever have a boy, what? We're not
Well, you said Brianna. All of a sudden, you said, well, man, someday I'm going to have a Brianna. That's so I said, you know.
Did I say I was having one? That ship is all long gone. No, hey, that's our next podcast. Hook Justin up. Justin needs a woman. Yes,
absolutely not.
We need suggestions in the
need
mailbox.
No,
ladies, if you're out there and somehow your eyesight is bad and he looks good to you, put it in the mailbox thing and drop a line with your phone number, and we'd be glad to sift through those.
Listen, Brian needs a life. Tell Brian to go to Walmart and buy a life, and then maybe I'll get a woman. There we go, man.
Man, there's a lot of draw that statement right there. I'm trying to piece that together. I don't know where me getting a life has to do with you getting a woman, but that's what goes there, Yeah, that's it. No, I mean, for you do need dad. You make a great dad. You're the favorite uncle.
Sure. I am.
Everybody loves Justin. That's the name of the show right there.
That should be a show. That should have been the name of our podcast. Everybody loves Justin.
Yeah, that'd be perfect for the two of us to be on that show.
We might need to change this thing around, man. We might need to change this.
I see what you're doing. You're getting a spinoff for yourself there, right?
Yeah.
Everybody loves
there we go. Everybody loves Justin. That's going to be the next one where I tell jail stories. Everybody loves Justin. Hey, that's an idea right there.
That ain't the worst idea. I'm not hating on that because
it's definitely not.
Your jail stories make Dr. Seuss sound like a mute. A complete mute. That's the best stuff I ever heard. Yeah,
it's gonna happen, man. It will happen.
I don't like these kind of games. Oh my goodness,
man.
Oh, honey buns.
Hey, it's an idea, man.
That's it. Hey, don't go spin it off and leaving your old brother sitting over here hanging on to a life raft now.
I won't, man. I definitely won't leave you out, man.
We'll
leave you out.
We'll do a behind bars edition of the Sons of Barb podcast.
Yeah.
The incarcerated edition. That's it, right there. Well, I see we've wasted enough time that we can't get back.
Yes.
So until next time. Yeah, thanks for being patient and waiting the extra week there. But it's been fun. just sitting here doing what we do best, hanging out. And oh, shout out to Coach Tyndall though. His team got to the
Yes.
Final Four in that the junior college tournament that they lost Salt Lake. They only lost by like 4 points, I think, or something.
2. They lost by 2 points in the Final Four.
2 points in the Final
It was a
Four.
close game, man.
Coach, if you're watching, your shirt's getting to you. As soon as Nick gets me mine and gets Justin his, apparently Nick's selling shirts on the side. I guess it's taking a while for them to get here, but the CBO, he put the O in officer right there. But we'll get that to you, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. And Lord only knows what we'll get into. Any parting words?
Yeah. Be safe, be smart, and be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like these kind of games. Woo! Here we go.